So I'll be starting a kind of journaling with YouTube for accountability, trying to tackle my psychology issues. I kind of feel like I lack the discipline to be account since I'm not accountable to anyone but myself. It makes me more prone to being reckless in the kind of trades I take, knowing that nobody will ask me why did you take this trade or whatnot. So I'll be using this platform as my journal. I'll show you all the trades I took within the week. I'll try to upload every Sunday or Saturday or Sunday at the end of the week. I'll show you all my trades. I might not really do a kind of analysis or less that's something I'll start later on, but I'm trying to make the videos more of a short form kind of videos. So straight up into the pairs I trade indices, gold, and some forex pairs. Yeah, today being 7th October 2025, I have a couple of trades that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for NAS. I have this setup for NAS buys and GPB AUD. I had I'm thinking of selling, but I need markets to come back into this zone because it's quite a zone on the 4 hour time frame. Looking at market to get in here. So when market gets in here and gives me structure, I'll go in for sales. USD JPY is currently very bullish. Got stopped out here. So this is on 15 minutes time frame. Not the cleanest structure, but this is what I'm looking at. Then gold, yes, gold. I also had something. Although this one was just something I quickly spotted this. So basically 4 trades for today. I don't think I have my eyes on anything else. This is my goats funded. Currently sitting at where's my balance? 4,816. So I'm around 180 $84, 180. If I did that much, $184 in drawdown, which isn't that deep. I could get out. I got out of drawdown 2 times, but fell back in because of very poor risk management and other reasons. So this is the NAS 100 buy limit. I should place that gold now. I'll place all these limits and we hope for the best. So I'll see you guys in the next video. That's all for Monday. So welcome back. Still Monday. Some of the trades the NAS 100 had triggered. We currently have this, and I caught a trade on Bitcoin. It's 9 p.m. So currently this is not gold. This is Bitcoin. So I'm in a position on Bitcoin. I stopped $20 and my target is all-time high at $100. So if the market gives me, let's say, a break above this zone, a break and a close above this zone, then I'll look for a re-entry. But for now, nothing. Then looking at NAS, NAS has been consolidating quite a lot. I kind of feel this trade is going to move well. Kind of spotted the double bottom here. So let's see how it goes. Nasdaq moving quite slowly. Should be because it's Asian session, so we won't see a lot of movement until London to New York session. I have BTC that went quite well, almost gave us a 1:1. I do kind of feel my stop loss it was smaller on trader than what I used here. But then it rejected, I think at this point, and came back here. I am actually seeing this opportunity. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to add another position, but I will not do that because for Bitcoin, I expect it's too risky. I need it to break above this level before I'm confident enough to add any more positions. So it's even almost close to my entry. So I'll leave that. This is what we're looking at on NAS. It's actually safe to break even on us because we're basically floating over. We're moving steadily and we're broken past this zone. But I was saying I expect it to reach this zone before I break even. But I I kind of feel confident enough. Okay, so I'll break even on NAS. So broken even on NAS. But then Bitcoin is just not looking like the best. So I have it currently just dancing close to my entry. So we just have to leave it to run and see what happens. Considering other trades, I don't have other trades yet. GBP AUD still slowly consolidating towards the zone. USD JPY is far gone, but on I had a setup on GU yesterday. I had a setup on GU. I feel more confident about the setup now because um we had I've had this move, I've had a break, I've had another break, and if this candle closes bearish, like it goes further and closes, we'll have another break. So then this will make my in this zone a valid inducement. And I have to wait for market to come back here. So it makes the trade idea even stronger. So we're back again. Bitcoin seems to be moving just all right. Then looking at NAS, still not really having a lot of momentum, but we're broken past this zone. Broke and closed this on 15 minutes, this on 1 hour. We haven't closed above this zone, but I am still confident. I'm confident about this move. Aiming for all-time high again. It seems like all my trades are just looking for all-time highs. So Bitcoin moving, I'll soon break even, but I need more of a push. Let's say we break into this zone, then I will break even. So for now, I keep watching. GBP that I was looking for. Market came into this zone. I was looking at this other block for sells, but market hasn't. Market just came and tapped on inducement on this and started falling. I don't know if this has mitigated, but I had set a limit, as you can see, my GBP AUD limit down here. Let's throw this in. On the 4 hour GBP AUD, my limit pretty tight stop, still risking about $20, 20.9. So aiming for my target isn't set correctly because this trade is supposed to be 1 is to roughly 4, 1 is to 4. So if I put that correctly, 1 is to 4, that should be about $80. Risking 20 to make 80. About that. So I will not alter this. I'll wait and see what happens. So we're back again. Still the same two trades. Not a lot of change. NAS seems to be finally moving. We just entered New York session. So you can see the the volume is crazy actually. It has actually outrun Bitcoin that seemed to be doing so much more. Bitcoin seems to be making a retracement. I feel it wants to retest this level and continue for the buys upwards. For this guy, seems to have given me missed entry after waiting for a whole day. Came to my entry and just almost touched it and started falling. I'm not convinced yet that it's ready to sell though. Unless let's say we have a break of this level, a break and close, then I'm knowing okay, another market has shifted. So this is Bitcoin. If I were to put another position, I could do that if I wanted to on Bitcoin because I'm basically running zero risk. So this is where I would have put that position. Looking at this zone, this would be the position. Well, I'll keep you guys updated in case I do add any other position. All right, so we're back again. NAS is looking good. NAS is looking very, very good. Bitcoin, not so well. Not so well. I feel it kind of reacted from here. I I looked at this zone to kind of buy from, but I don't have. I'm not confident enough because of how choppy the move has been. I've already broken even on that trade, so don't really have a lot to worry about on that. But for NAS, I'm looking for TP or close. I hope we hit it without. We might reverse a bit here, but I hope to see that momentum. I've been crawling all day, but just from New York session, we started making that push. Then GBP AUD. Oh God, it hurt so much. I waited for it like since just 2 days. It came, missed my entry, and this is where we are about taking out this low. But it's all good. It's all good because it shows now that okay, this zone we might have a very strong reversal, or maybe not. It could just keep going down, and market will come here because this is if I wanted to enter this market, this is where I would enter from. This being the inducement, but that has gone. So we hope for the best. Okay, we're back again. It's very busy day. We have NAS. Was almost at take profit. I did remove my take profit and tighten myself because we have FOMC news in in a bit. My take profit was actually supposed to be 84 as 80, 85 here. So, but I kind of want to capitalize on that volatility that might happen. Hopefully, the news sends the market up. But I can see my stop is already pretty tight. I've secured $70 with that. So I'm basically risking $7 for BTC. Okay, BTC. It's coming up very fast. So for BTC, we are finally moving. After so long, we are moving. I'm moving. We're halfway to take profit. For this, I don't really know what I'll do. I did miss this entry because I know in in an earlier recording, I had marked this zone. But then I didn't really feel like entering any more position because here would have been a nice place to enter from. You see the market triggered, came, and is moving. So we're looking good. News in a bit. I might not move this. My SL is just here, securing $15. Then on trading view, this is last 100 and this is Bitcoin. Let's watch the news live to see what will happen. 7 p.m. So what are we expecting? Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we going up and down? I'm actually going to tighten my take profit a bit. My take profit is now. You know what? At 80, I'm going to close. It might never come back to 80 again. We get 80. I really did feel the news was going to cause some volatility, but it looks like there isn't really anything happening in the market. My original take profit was 85. I think I might just close out on 80. 80. Give me 80. Give me 80. All right, closed in profit of $80 and we're out. I haven't actually hit take profit, but For my peace of mind, I'll close out there. So we leave Bitcoin to keep running. So I'll just adjust this to about this. Alright guys, we took a loss in the middle of the night. I did find some trades. I had spotted some trades that was on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So apparently we took a loss. I see this is the BTC chart. Well, this is where we entered and yeah, we came out. Came out here because I had moved my stop loss into a bit of profit, about $15 profit. And I had another entry here. You see, I bought here and my stop was just here. So got taken out. Got taken out. History. Yeah. So you can see this was the profit I got from Bitcoin. It was supposed to be 15. I'm surprised it's 14. Should we swap? This is the loss. This is okay. This is Ethereum, and this is Bitcoin 22. This is still our profit. So basically, this is what we have. Got two losses and this little win. So it just reduced the amount of losses in total. So this was the trade I spotted on Bitcoin. Entered from here, inducement. I'm surprised the market still came back to this zone and it's reacting. But since we did not take out this high, it's kind of a scary move to look at. So we got this loss, similar setup on also Ethereum. Got this and came out and swept this low. It could be market is ready to buy now after we have a sweep of this low, then we have a break. So if we have a break of this high, then okay, I could still look for buys again. But for now, I'm not doing anything until market sweeps this high. All right, we are back. It's Thursday. Since the two stop losses I took in at midnight Asian session, that was Ethereum and BTC, had no other trade. The NAS 100 I had waited for. Well, this is what happened. Came here and here we are. Missed entry. I kind of feel this was actually the candlestick I was looking out for when I was placing this limit. But the mistake is on me. If I had put my limits up here, I wouldn't have missed out on this trade. Like this was entirely my fault. Entirely my fault. Was the target was a 1:4 again. I'm not aiming for the high, just looking. I'm not aiming to create. I wasn't aiming to create a new high, just there, and I'll be good. Jump into trading view. This is what we have. You could see this is the trade moving quite well. GBP AUD has come into the zone I was targeting all week. I took out my orders, but this was the zone I was targeting since Monday, be Tuesday. So this missed entry this week is also wonderful. This missed entry hit TP today, immediately hit the daily. Let me quickly show you that. I want to make this piece long. Immediately we hit the daily breaker block I was talking about. This really fine inducement. We rejected instantly, but I see it as let's say inducement or something. I do expect markets to come back to this zone, but then I'm not really happy about the fact that we couldn't break and close above this level at least. But we did have a minor change of character here. See on the 5 minutes, minor change of character, but I would have still loved if we closed above. You can see that we did not close above this zone. We didn't close. So we're forming, this is what we call a flag, yeah, something like that. So I expect market to come down into this zone and buy. But we already have a double bottom, so it's kind of neat. Okay, that's a signal for buys. But I won't do anything. I'll sit on my hands until Asian session, and if I see something good, I might hop in a trade. But if I see nothing, that will be all for now. Alright, welcome guys. Welcome back again. Yeah, I'm starting to think taking all these Asian session pairs of like setting limits and sleeping is not a good idea. At least it haven't played out this week. Yeah, woke up to another stop loss. This is where I had looked to buy from since this whole move started. But apparently, I'm currently at 840, taking about three losses in a row. That's around one point something percent, $60. Made profit of 80, already thrown 60 back to the market. That sucks. So this is the Japanese index. Yeah, thank you. 25 minutes. You see it clear. We bought here and got stopped out here. Market is currently above our stop. We have NAS that it's painful. We have NAS that missed my entry, and already this market would have done had done 1:4. 1:4. And here I am getting another stop loss. Stop loss. All these things happen. So we have GBP AUD. I should move this back. GBP AUD. I'm kind of a bit confused on what this pair is doing. It came back to the other block, almost took it out, but it did not. It instead did this. So I'm still waiting. It needs to take out this high before I say I'm doing anything in this market. At least now it came back. I need it. Okay, I'll take my alert down. I need it to come at least here before I say, okay, this guy is ready to buy because I don't want to get in and get stopped out. If I had gone in from here, my entry was here, I would have already been serious drawdown. Just maybe it might be looking to go out of my drawdown area. So I had this reaction, but I kind of feel like markets might come back to dig to take out this high and react from up here because I did not see a valid enough inducement. But now I'm saying it, I think I'm seeing my inducements here. This was taken out. This was taken out. Market dug into here. We broke structure. We were broken structure. We were broken structure. Double break of structure. We had change of character. So it shows that this market is willing to sell. I'm not going for a long sell because this is a breaker block also. So I'll just look for it. So I've had this. I was putting my entry here, but now I'm looking at it again. I'm looking at it closely, and we actually do have inducement for this breaker. Okay, went in and broke structure. Came back, retested, and reacted from here. We're going down. So if I wanted to enter this trade, now, where would I enter from? At a change of character, would market come back here? Would market come back here? So if anything, if I was to enter, I'll enter from here. Still not rushing. If it doesn't come to target, and then I know okay, this one has gone. I'll look out if there will be a buying scenario. My stop loss is going to cover. Stop loss is going to cover this zone. This zone. Same trade. Let's see what happens. So still Friday. The Ethereum trade that I I had missed out, or not missed out per se, that I was kind of not convicted about where to enter from. I found a re-entry here. That was from this initial move. That was we had this retest of this breaker block. Markets left this other block behind, left this other block, left another other block, and left another other block. So this is where we entered from. But then I do hope we break above this zone. If not, we could just be entering on a market that is actually trying to buy. On that on that note, I actually hit my break-even conditions because I'm not feeling too strong about this, and this zone looks like a zone that will not be retested anytime soon. So on that note, jumping to MT5, you can already see we had hit about 1:1, which is my break-even condition. Moving my stop loss to break even first. Let me quickly show you something. This Japanese index shows that it wasn't about the POI being wrong. It's just about the market not ready to like. It was crazy. We basically had a shift in structure, severe shift. It took out this zone that I thought would be high and another probable zone. So if I was actually waiting for these buys, I'd have just been waiting for a stop loss. Well, stop loss happened, basically shutting down Japanese index for buys for this week. The drop is just crazy, really crazy. GBP AUD has given a strong push on 15 minutes. I'm feeling confident now. We have another block the market has left behind, but I would still very much like to see a strong close above one of these highs. Okay, we have broken above the trend line, we have closed. Then probably on the retest of the trend line, which it looks like this is a breaker block. This breaker. So my entry would be something like this whole zone. And I'll go for a stop loss is about 18 pips. Not bad. And just targeting the trend line alone, we already have a 1:4 risk to reward ratio. Just targeting the trend line alone, we already have a 1:4 risk to reward ratio. So it's not all bad. But then since I expect this market to be bullish, I could go for a swing trade. Then while swinging this, I also find a re-entry. But first I need this break and close above this zone. So I'll catch you guys again. All right, still Friday. Checking back on our trades. Nearing New York session. This is 12:50 p.m. my time, WAT. So we have this. We have the Ethereum trade. The Ethereum trade running. It's a bit. It moved all the way to a floating at some point $40 something. Currently, currently we are back to around 1 hour. 1 hour. So I'm actually going in for a re-entry. Let me show you on trading view. A re-entry on Ethereum using this other block, which was actually my entry, and I suspected market will come back. Using this as inducement this week. I'm using this candle of this evening star as my entry. In normal cases, I would have used the other block, this candle, but now I'm just using this one. My inducement is this candle week, and I'm just protecting that candle of the evening star. Same take profit. But then I'm using less risk. I'm risking $10 for this to make about 50. So risking 10 to make 1% over 1%. Here I was risking $20 to make about 2% plus. That's like 3%. GBP This is why I am happy I waited for confirmation without entering this trade, because I said market should take out this zone. It did come. Okay, I said this red line. It went above, but it did not close. But even at that, I still wanted to see a close above this level. We still did not close, and this would have been a setup if we had closed above this zone. But then we failed to close, so this was no trade. And see, we came and we have created a new low, basically sweeping this whole area. So as that change of character hasn't happened, I expect market to dig deeper into this zone because I wasn't very confident about market just touching the surface and rejecting. Maybe about this zone. Let's see what happens. When I see a proper shift in structure, then I know the buys are actually primed. Well, we're back at it. End of the week. Not my best, but market did what market did. My Ethereum, I took a re-entry. You can see we got stopped out on the re-entry, but my race was $10 as I said. I hope I said it. Then this was $20. Hit my break even. You can see hit my break even and straight to TP. Like, damn, what happened in the market, please? Then we have GPB AUD that we were waiting for confirmation. I didn't take this trade because I didn't get the confirmation I needed. But when I did get it. I didn't get it. I say market swept this level. So when I saw it, I saw this sweep. I suspected something would happen, but then I didn't suspect this. This was the level I wanted to be taken out, but then market. It just moved like what it, the whole trend has been reversed instantly in one candle. Ethereum. You can see where we entered. We entered here. We entered here. I don't. It's not reflecting where I got stopped out. So that's weird. But I got stopped out somewhere. Okay, should be on 30 minutes. Okay, it's not sure. Not strange. Oh, so running through my history for this week, I basically closed my. This is I don't even know when. I don't know how to edit this, but my profits is totally $19 this week. Let me quickly pop up my dashboard. So, all right, this is my dashboard. So you can see that my current balance is 4,831. Current equity is this. Today's starting balance. So total of 64 trades on the account, which is actually a lot. You can see all my stats. I've had 4 trading days. You can see where I am. My highest point, my highest equity highest balance was 5,110, and the lowest I have been in drawdown is the lowest I've been is about here. Where's that? Oh, you can look at the curve. So let me get my trading calendar. So I'll show you for the month of October. Okay. So for the month of October, I've generally my PNL is minus 47. My win rate is shit. It's bad. So 52 minus 10. So I started this week. We started this week. This is this week. And I started recording. First day was 79, lost 33 yesterday, lost 30 today. All in all, you can see if you add this up, we close this week on profit. So on to the next week, and that'll be all for this week.